What's up? Yeah, I had to fight with it earlier. I'm having to readjust how the ticker is position-wise. I'm going off Mama's screen, but it seems to be going good. I can hear Chris good. On Mama's side, the cars sound a little low, but the settings have remained the same, so I might just try to keep them. Is your mom going to watch? Your mom seems to be a good reference for me for how the stream goes. She always replies. I mean, everybody does, but on the side, she seems to be a good feedback person, so to speak. Okay. I gotta figure out how to, sign in. Open in browser, pull that up. Alright, yeah, everything seems to be up and running properly. I got to adjust the hood cameras. You, Steve, and Mike, and Shane have the hood cams tonight. Alright. Yep. Yep, that's fine. Live from Michigan International Speedway, the Inspire Racing League descends upon Michigan for race 3 of 5 here in the preseason Thunder. On board with Stephen Henning right now with a new experimental camera, one that 4 drivers are carrying. Steve Henning, Elijah Fisher, Shane Harr, and Mike Hauser tonight. Fastest lap so far been by Josh Henderson with a 38.752. Nathan Johnson, second air stand, third. Mike Hauser, last week's winner in Martinsville, fourth, and Shane Harr rounds out the top 5. As you look at Stephen Henning going around Michigan. Mike Hauser Big story coming into the week. Last week's winner from a chaotic Martinsville looks to repeat. And even though it's preseason, he could make history tonight, becoming the first repeat winner. Other big stories as we roll in. Daytona, 2 weeks away. Live on the Raging Idiot Racing Network, the Inspired 100s from Daytona. What is arguably considered the biggest crown jewel of this league goes all the way back to the McDonald's Racing League. With that being said, 2.5 minutes to go here in practice. Travis Eccles goes P3. 39.076 flat. But not to be, as you see as he goes into the infield. But the one thing I like to do, give me 1 second. As I was saying before, I had to take care of something. I like to point out a new feature. New faces here tonight. Thomas Limley in the Kodak number 28 Toyota Camry joined us tonight for his first race here in the Inspired Racing League. Right now he sits 10th quickest with a 39.336, and we look forward to seeing how he can handle Michigan tonight. The other big story coming in is really 2 in 1. Josh Henderson, Aaron Stanton, both so close, but no cigar yet. Is today the day one of them punches their ticket into victory lane after being out front for 2 weeks and not able to seal the deal? As we now have 40 seconds remaining in practice before qualifying. Expecting a much calmer race than what last week had. Tempers flew last week. Not accustomed or not unaccustomed to Martinsville. But tonight's Michigan, the 2-mile oval, should prove great racing, intense racing. And when it's all said and done, another person can say that they have won in the Inspired Racing League, or if you're Mike Hauser or Elijah Fisher, you can say that I am a 2-time winner in the Inspired Racing League. With that being said, qualifies coming up next. Going out onto the track now, Aaron Stanton, one of the ones we're following. But right now, we're going to follow last week's winner. And let's see if the new and improved hood cam still works. It does. The new hood cam, made just over the course of last week, hopes to prove better and more intense look at racing from the onboard cameras. And tonight, for his first lap, we're going to watch Mike Hauser from this camera. Nice car start finish line now. It dives into turn number 1. Into turn 3. Arcing it down into the bottom of the corner, trying to hug that white line. Slowly going to drift up to the top lane to try to get a good run off. And like a lot of drivers going to do, they're going to try to cut the apron, get a good lap. Mike Hauser's time. 4th quickest. Nathan Johnson. Oh, well. Technical issues here, as it's only apparently a mistake has been made somewhere. Only 1 lap qualifying instead of the occasional 2. That being said, right now Nathan Johnson holds the pole. Shane Heminger or Heminger to complete his lap time now. Survey says, oh, he's actually to start it. Oh, okay, my mistake. Stephen Henning. Get my names mixed up. Across the line. Survey says for him, P3. Back to the 22. He comes out of turn 4. His lap will put him 7th quickest. And finally, last but not least, the second Klondike car tonight. Shane Harr finished 2nd last week in Martinsville. Looking to go up 1 more spot tonight. Down into turn 3. Got one the fastest sector 1 times at 19.5. Down to cut the apex. Survey says for Shane Harr, 4th quickest. For Shane Harr. Only 2 drivers have not qualified. The 15 of Travis Eccles and the 95 of Brent Hammerhand. Put this phone on silence. Finally. Right now, no other attempts to qualify. It will run out of time anyway. For the first time in his inspired racing career, but not shy from being on the pole, Nathan Johnson from Toyota in the number 5 will claim the pole for Michigan. And now qualifying has expired. With that being said, 75 heart-pounding, intense laps. At the end of it all, one driver will say that they have won. In the Inspired Racing League. Minute 15 to go here. We'll go ahead and run through the starting lineup. Nathan Johnson and Josh Henderson will start from row 1. Stephen Henning, Shane Harr, row 2. Aaron Stanton, always fast in the 27. And last week's winner, Mike Hauser, rounds out row number 3. Row 4. Yes. They're getting a command from Elijah Fisher. Row 4, Cade Steele Cannon, and the 22 is Shane Hemminger. And finally, to roll out the top 10, Jordan Jorno and A.J. Thompson. That being said, 5 seconds here. Pace car is about to start rolling them out here, or truck. Going back through the starting field to 60. He is back in there. Tommy Limely, the new driver here tonight. Elijah Fisher might be starting in the back. There's no technical difficulties going on here. Might be starting in the back. There he goes. But he will be at the front before too much longer. Travis Eccles and Brent Hammerhand rounding out tail end of the field. Expect to see him move up through the field tonight. Cars coming down into turn number 3. Nathan Johnson and Josh Henderson bringing them down to the green flag. To start pre-race number 3 of 5. Again, Daytona 2 weeks time, where we're going to let them loose points, glory, everything to win at Daytona. Nathan Johnson brings them down to the green. And we're rolling for Michigan. Aaron Stan trying to make it 3 wide for third already. Nathan Johnson with a commanding start. He'll be cleared down the back straightaway. Good look now. Shane Hard's front bumper. Shane Hard dives it to the bottom. Meanwhile, Josh Henderson to take the lead. And we allow one. There's contact behind. Caution is out. Oh, more wrecking. The 22 and the 4 is going around. So there's more calamity. Back in the back, we'll have a chance to review both of them. Elijah Fisher, one of them involved in the second incident. One incident. Let's look at the first incident, though. What brought out the caution? Let's see here. So where does this all start? The 18 A.J. Thompson down there, trying to make the move. So the K gets loose. 22 comes down on across the 81. Nowhere to go for the 60. Look at that 18. Taking a wild ride. One more look. Maybe slight net code. Maybe. Ultimately, the way it looks, the 22 comes down. The way it looks. They all react to the 9 getting loose. Yeah, 22 comes down. Green flag pit stops underway. Right now, though, it is Josh Henderson out in front. Let's see. Elijah Fisher's in. The 15 of Travis Eccles in. Brent Hammerhand's in. The 60 of Chris Lotta's in. Shane Hemminger is in as well. Mostly all drivers involved either in the wreck or was already in the back. There's Josh Henderson out front here from Michigan International Speedway. Elijah Fisher appears to have won the race off of pit road. So, rough start for the driver of the 4 and the winner from Kansas 2 weeks ago. But still, just lap 3 in the books. Will be coming to 71 to go. Plenty of time to get up to the front. And now we'll hear a word from race control. So after review of the replay, it starts with the 9 getting loose and a little bit of reaction from a couple of drivers. Nonetheless, the 22 does come down and clips the 18. The 22 will be getting an EOL for this restart. Coming to 1 to go here down the back straightaway. Not much has changed except the front 2 starting order. Josh Henderson now will restart from the lead. Nathan Johnson to his outside. Shane Harr 3rd. Aaron Stanton 4th. And Jordan Jorno to round out the top 5. Coming pace trucks in. It is in the hands of Josh Henderson. We're rolling. Shane Hard dives to the bottom in 1 and 2. Looking for the lead on Josh Henderson. Nathan Johnson in suit along with the rest of the field. Down the back straightaway. Shane Harr out front. 2 wide for 2nd. Now Nathan Johnson dives back to the inside. He wants to lead back from Shane Harr. Josh Henderson and Aaron Stanton, I should say. 3 wide for 2nd. Henderson dives back down to the bottom. He wants to lead back as well. 69 to go here from Michigan. And it's Josh Henderson back to the lead. Jordan Jorno for 2nd. Thanks twice of it. Now he's under attack from Aaron Stanton. Battle for the lead again. Shane Harr and Josh Henderson. These two traded the lead last week at Martinsville. Henderson looks to cross over again. See 28 of Tommy Limley. Dives to the bottom trying to gain spots. 4 cars for the lead here at Michigan. 3 wide for second. Both cars make it through, all 3 of them. Down the back straightaway, Josh Henderson, Shane Hard dives back down to the bottom. On board with Shane Hard as you get a good look at everybody. Coming now, lap 8. Henderson looks back to the outside. Two wide for the lead. Aaron Stanton runs second. After starting a little ways back, Cade Cannon has fought his way up to 4th. Josh Henderson back to the lead. Aaron Stanton fights with him. Lap 9 in the books. Look back now at Shane Hart. Shane Hart now looks to the outside, trying to formulate a run. Sparks dragging from the 72. Now everybody now starting to single file out. Elijah Fisher trying to make ground back there in 11th. Right now we're already seeing the trend. The outside lane looks dominant as it does on most of these 2-mile tracks. See both Klondike cars running 4th and 5th. Paul Center, Nathan Johnson trying to take 5th now. Meanwhile, Aaron Stanton now for the lead on Josh Henderson at the line. Give it to Aaron Stanton, but not by much. Henderson fights back. Cade Cannon wants it. Shane Hart coming back now. The new guy, Tommy Limley, has crawled up into 5th. Nathan Johnson trying to get back to the front as well. 6 cars in contention, more back there. Mike Hauser, last week's winner. He is starting to creep into the picture. Jordan Jorno is here. Henning, Fisher, everybody with a shot to win it. Henderson now back down to the bottom. Now we're hearing something. Now we have reports on the radio. Possible contact. Oh, 84 got into the back of the 43. Nothing looks too bad on either car though. Mike Hauser still back there just riding, as is the 84 of Jordan Jorno. Meanwhile, back to the lead. Get a good look now as Josh Henderson. Josh Henderson now 3/10 of a second lead on Cade Cannon. Look back at the Dale Jr. 2012 throwback from his Michigan win. And this is all Henderson wants to see, trying to build a gap, trying to get away from this wad of cars behind him. Now Cade Cannon building the run. Everybody's pretty much just settled back in line. As I say that, they duck out again. Elijah Fisher up to 5th. After troubles on the initial start, has moved back into 5th. Shane Hart now going back for second. He's underneath Cade Cannon. Right on board now with Shane Hart. Diving it underneath to the bottom of the 9. Almost 3 wide for about 4th or 5th. Still Henderson. Here comes Cannon. He'll dive underneath. And Cade Cannon for the moment has the lead. Shane Hart, Josh Henderson trying to stop him. Hart looks to the inside. Blends back up in line. Tommy, the 28 of Tommy's back in the mix. We're only 16 laps into this race, working lap 17, and already action's off the charts. Here comes the 21 back to the lead. 9's going to hold the outside. The dominant line so far. Down the front straightaway now, going into turn 1. Elijah Fisher to the bottom. Trying to take the lead, will not get it. He's going to get stuck 3 wide between Henderson and Har. I'm already sweating bullets. Just watching this, I can't imagine what all 15 drivers feels like right now. Cade Cannon holding the lead. Hard loose on the bottom back there. We all keep it together. There's battles everywhere you look. Henderson, Fisher lying in wait as Cannon leads back down into turns 1 and 2. Fisher looks to the outside. Trying to build the run. Not there. Oh! Elijah Harrison in the wall. No caution yet. But that has caused some separation. It's Cade Cannon now to the lead. Shane Hart second, Jordan Jorno third. Another car off the wall back there, couldn't tell who it was. Jordan Jorno trying to get back to it. Aaron Stanton. Running in 4th, you see Jorno underneath Shane Hart. Thanks twice of it. That little incident with the 4, has it affected the handling any? Only time will tell, but right now, Fisher not able to formulate the run like he could. Look back on that. Well, we'll look back on that incident when the replay's ready. Shane Hart now, however, back to the lead, trying to take it from Cannon. Not able to get there yet. Cannon still leaves that lap. A little bit of touching a little bit in the tri-oval between him and Jorno. Right now, Cannon still leads. Shane Hart doing everything he can to try to make that bottom work. It's just not. We have a caution on the speedway. Josh Henderson. And a good run now. Appears to be done. Josh Henderson Day appears to be done early. Let's look back at the replay. Just came out the pits after that damage and clips the seam, it looks like. Clipped the seam and around the car went. Nothing he could really do. Right on board with him. So just came out the pits after contact with the 4, forced him into the pits just right there on that seam. The car starts to step out over correction and hard into the wall. Lord, I feel bad for him. Been so close 2 weeks in a row and early on showed the car that he had tonight. Undoubtedly will be one of the rising stars here in the Inspire Racing League when we start the regular season. Right now, everybody's in. Cade Cannon, the entire field. Get a good picture here. You see Nathan Johnson pulling his car into the selective number 1 spot. A little bit of lag on him, nothing bad. Meanwhile, battle off pit road appears to have been won by the 9 of Cade Cannon. Shane Harr out second, the 60 out third, Mike Hauser fourth, Jordan Jorno in 5th. Elijah Fisher got a lot of positions, but I can imagine hitting the concrete with Josh Henderson might have took some time to get some damage fixed. But meanwhile, Cade Cannon out in front, Shane Harr in second as Shane Harr appears to be coming back into the pits. I don't understand what for exactly. Elijah Fisher as well as the 15 are both. All 3 of them are in. The 28 as well. We're here for race control. There'll be no EOL given as the 72 is currently still in the pits with a meatball. Meatball meaning the meatball flag, the black flag with the orange circle in the middle, what no driver wants to see on their screen. Meaning you have too much damage to really continue your racing update with iRacing. If you have more than 30 minutes worth of damage, unfortunately that means you are out of the race. The car cannot be repaired. Racing making it as realistic as it can get. Cade Cannon and Chris Lauder will bring them down to the green. Mike Hauser, last week's winner, in 3rd. Jordan Jorno in 4th. Aaron Stanton 5th. Steve Hitting 6th. And on down through the field. Going to be coming to 50 to go. The pace truck is in. We're going to ride on board with Mike Hauser. Well, we are. If I can get the camera to come up. There we go. Look at the 60. Look at 84 pushing the 60. Mike Hauser trying to make that bottom work. Not able to yet. See Aaron Stanton now dove under him to get that position. Here comes Stanton. What a run down the back straightaway and off of 4. Going for 3rd. Kind of feels like he has a point to prove. Been so dominant the last 2 weeks, and neither result has been good enough to show it. But now to 27, diving to the bottom. Trying to take the lead away from Cade Cannon. Down the back straightaway. The 84, Jorno, trying to figure out a way to get under it. '95, Brent Hammerhand with a meatball. Meanwhile, Stanton has completed the pass, and it's for the 3rd week in a row as Aaron Stanton to the lead. Elijah Fisher, after contact earlier with the 20, or not 27, with the 72, is climbing his way back up, looking to the outside of Steven, hitting back there that red Busch Light car. Meanwhile, 0.3 of a second gap to Cannon. Shane Harr, after pitting for 2nd, riding back in 10th. The 95, Brent Hammerhand exits the pits. We'll be going 1 lap down. Meanwhile, Jordan Jorno all over the back of Aaron Stanton. Both men trying to prove that they can win in the Inspire Racing League, as they have opened up a whopping gap, 0.7 of a second. That is the gap from 1st and 2nd to the 3rd place car of Elijah Fisher. Meanwhile, for 4th, the battle is raging there. Everybody trying to get back up to the top 2 and 3. Knight Hauser on the apron, slow. Appears to be keeping it rolling. Nathan Johnson diving under Cade Cannon. Meanwhile, back out front, Aaron Stanton still holding the lead over Jordan Jorno and Elijah Fisher. Both of them have formed a 2-second gap to 1st and 2nd. Jorno off the wall. Meanwhile, take a look back. There's Elijah Fisher running 3rd. Nathan Johnson trying to catch him. Meanwhile, Cade Cannon has fallen back to 4th. Shane Harr has climbed up after pitting on the last caution, has climbed back up into the top 5. Working on Cannon now, actually. Keeping a look on the top 2. Right now, I think both of them trying to treat this like a restrictor plate. Build a 3-second gap. Then when it's all said and done, it'll just be these two battling out for the finish. 43 laps to go here. This is far from over. Tune back here on the action. That is where most of the battle's going. This is actually what's allowing the top 2 to break away. See now the battle for 4th. Shane Harr still working on the 9. Cade Cannon. Aiden Thompson, after being involved on that wreck on lap 1, he has worked his way, trying to fight for the top 5. They go 3 wide, was 3 wide momentarily, back to 2. Nate throws a block on Cannon. Forces Cannon wide. Here comes the 28. Looking to the inside of Cannon. They have now reeled in Elijah Fisher. Fisher was trying to go for the attack, decided just to blend in and try to defend. And he'll end up losing 2 spots on this deal. Now battling to the outside of Shane Harr. Meanwhile, Nathan Johnson has gone back up into third as we go back to the top 2. Jorno lying in wait, hoping that the 27 of Stanton will make a mistake. Right now, as we've seen before, Aaron Stanton, calm, cool, collected behind the wheel. Rarely does he force an error. Now Jorno. Just lying in wait. We tune back now to the battle for third on back with 40 laps to go. I say, A.J. Thompson has worked his way up into 5th. You see Elijah Fisher diving under a blinking number 5. Nate, however, Nathan Johnson, not giving up easily, holding the dominant line, which is the outside for right now for building the runs off the corners. See 28 back there bounced off the wall, or at least I believe it's 28. It's one of them 2 Klondike cars are so identical. Spotter's worst nightmare. Down the back straightaway. Fisher falls back in line. You see a little bit of blinking coming from the 18. Nothing erratic. Nothing to warrant a concern. Cade Cannon has fallen back to 8th after leading a few laps at the beginning as the 15. Travis Eccles tries to get around him for the 8th position. Meanwhile, top 2 still 1 and 2. Jorno and Stanton. Vice versa, I should say. Hayden or A.J. Thompson back down to the bottom of Nathan Johnson. Hasn't really been. There's to see where the 4 car looks to be coming into the pits this time. Will anybody go with him? Does not appear to be nobody else coming with him. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead. Jorno still running in second, buying his time, being very patient. If I ain't mistaken, there's still a pit stop to go. That could really shake things up. Elijah Fisher down and away, as he is about to go 1 lap down to the 2 leaders. Jorno looking to the inside, not able to get there. Stanton closes the door. Nathan Johnson and A.J. Thompson still battling for third. The 2 Klondike cars sets 5th and 6th. Travis Eccles has worked his way up into the 7th position. Cade Cannon still runs 8th. Chris Lotta 9th. Stephen Hitting to round out the top 10. Last week's winner, Mike Hauser, has fell off the pace. But he's not the only one carrying this through camera. As you look on Stephen Hitting's car, as he rides back there in 10th. As the 60 goes underneath him. and defends the ninth position. But meanwhile, back to the front two. As it would appear, some of the Fords are pitting. Let's see. Indeed they are. As the 60 locks it up, he goes spinning through the grass. That's going to warrant a caution. We'll see if the 12 and the 43 still pit. They both will. Cautions that on the speedway. And this will change everything, really. And 33 to go. This may or may not. This may set up, or some people will be fined for fuel. Some may not. Let's look back and see what happened to the 60 to bring out the caution. So it just locks it up, gets out into the grass. The grass becomes ice. The only reason the caution was thrown, however, is because, he was off the racing surface. Race control felt like it could still pose a threat to somebody else. Now we have a bunch of takers. Nathan Johnson is in. Shane Harr. We will see who wins the battle off pit road. And it will be Shane Harr. Of course, we have problems with Cade Cannon, apparently. What happened to Cade? Just got the grass. Ain't nothing big. So the top two have stayed out. Going to 1 to green here. Yeah, well, we'll be going to the 60 for spinning on pit road entry. Anyway, the only car out the race now be the 72 with Josh Henderson. Stephen Henney, Mike Hauser both now 1 lap down. Meanwhile, I almost don't want to jinx him because I've said this before, but Aaron Stanton been out front for the last 20, 25 laps, it feels like. So I'm going to say it once. It's tonight. Aaron Stanton puts it in victory lane. Does the 84 or Jordan Jorno have anything? A.J. Thompson and Travis Eccles looking to prove something. Elijah Fisher looking to go back-to-back. And a list of other ones. We're rolling. Aaron Stanton with a great restart. 30 to go for Michigan. What does it say it's for? So it's passing under yellow. Is it gone now? Apologize, a little race control shenanigans. As now Elijah Fisher ducks to the bottom. A repeat for Kansas. Fisher and Stanton. Fisher looks like he caught the apron a little bit. Was not that prevented him from completing the pass on Stanton. And now Stanton will go back to the lead for the moment. Jorno looking outside. The battle for second races on. Look at all them cars all coming. Each one trying to win. 11 cars still in contention. Now Stanton still holding the lead over Jorno. Jorno looks to the outside. Here comes Elijah Fisher for the lead. Almost contact. Elijah Fisher for the first time tonight will lead at Michigan. Cade Cannon coming back after dropping back earlier in the race. He wants to lead again. Jorno with a big hit. We got a 4X or something back here. What happened back here? See if that needs to be reviewed after the race. But for right now, the 4 Fisher out in front. '22 comes back out onto the track. Now Fisher holding a 2.27 second lead over. I can't get my words right. Now holds a 0.3 of a second lead over Cade Cannon. Aaron Stanton fell back to 4th. Him and Jorno. Here comes Stephen Henning. Henning not for position, but wanting his lap back after that unfortunately timed caution. Him and Mike Hauser both. 25 to go from Michigan. What a block by Stanton back there right when we switched cameras. Battle heating up now. Stephen Henning getting the free pass, but not wanting to wait for a caution. He wants it back now. Battles the 4th place car, Jorno. Here comes Hauser with him. Again, both cars 1 lap down. But meanwhile, the battle. As you go on board now with the red Busch Light car of Elijah Fisher.
Behind him, lurking, the Dark Knight Rises throwback to 2012 in Cade Cannon. Very well spoken, a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan. Every car he's driven since this league's moved to iRacing has been a throwback to Dale Jr. Going back to 2012 Michigan win. And now he has a run. Elijah Fisher breaks the draft. Stephen Henning back there lurking. Fisher back up to defend the top lane. Dives it back down to the bottom. Look at the gap that he builds. Meanwhile, Stephen Henning wanting his lap back. Now Elijah running Cade up the track. Battle for the lead. Cade Cannon to the lead with 22 laps to go. What happened? AJ Thompson and Nathan Johnson. Appreciate whoever got the caution. It just popped up on my screen when I saw it. Well, let's look at it. See what happens here. 84 comes up in front of the 18. A little bit of air tightness. 18 comes off the wall. Really not bad. Nothing hurt too bad. A little bit of contact maybe. Bent sheet metal. Just right on board. Just right on board with Nate Johnson. He just got blindsided, but well of a job holding on to it. There you see it. Cade Cannon back out in front. Led earlier, got shuffled back to the bottom half of the top 10. He's worked his way back up as Mike Hauser and Stephen Henning will get their lap back. Nathan Johnson chose to stay out. And we are going to the former leader, the 9 of Cade Cannon. Pit, so we will see who wins the race off of pit road. The 60 overshot his pit box. You saw that. Costly mistake. And Cade Cannon easily wins the race off of pit road. 2 drivers stayed out. Mike Hauser waiting to wave around Stephen Henning. First car 1 lap down. We'll be back on the lead lap. And we'll have 18 or 19 laps to get back up there to the front. He's the 43 now. Waiting to get his lap back. Nathan Johnson started on pole, has ran pretty much at the front for the first half of the race. Like many others, slid back a little bit as experiencing some internet issues. No, he should be wave around eligible. Waiting to see if Mike Hauser will receive the wave around. So Mike Howler does indeed get to wave around, and now that will bring 13 cars on the lead lap. 22, 1 lap down, and of course Josh Henderson, one of the favorites. One of my picks tonight, out early. We look forward to seeing him next week at Road America. Then the final race in 2 weeks for preseason will be one of my personal favorite tracks, Darlington International Raceway. And then finally, we'll roll into Daytona, as everybody is anticipating. If I ain't mistaken, the duels on the 17th. And then on the 24th, we will have the Inspired 100 live from Daytona International Raceway, where one driver will get what every driver, whether you do it in real life or you do it on a simulator or even a video game, every driver wants to win at Daytona. Again, all that will be 3 weeks' time, the Inspired 100. Meanwhile, back in the present time, Nathan Johnson brings them down to the green flag with an incredible restart. Cade Cannon, though. Elijah Fisher trapped behind the 28. Cade opened the door for Cannon to move up into second. The 5 and the 28 did not take tires or did not pit on that last pit stop. Here comes Cannon to the bottom. Cannon, Fisher, Stanton. Hanrahan has worked his way up into contention to win. Jordan Jordo in the back on the outside. That 84 has been strong all night, trying to work his way back up into a winning position. Shane Hart to the apron to make it 3 wide. Here comes Aaron Stanton underneath the 4. Pushing the 9 to try to get around the 4. Not able to do it. Now look at the 4 of Elijah Fisher. Big run. Hammerhand behind him. Nathan Johnson off the wall. The 60 loose. Saves it. Keeps it gathered up. Meanwhile, back to the lead. Elijah Fisher holds Cade Cannon. Brent Hammerhand in the 95 battling Aaron Stanton for third. A little bit of blinking off the 9. 3 wide for second. Oh, Elijah Fisher wants to see him make it 4 wide. Shane Hart to the bottom. Oh, Cannon off the wall. The 84 tags the wall. Shane Hart to move in the race, trying to take second. Aaron Stanton fighting back to hold second, and he does. Whew. Brent Hammerhand now for third under Shane Hart. Oh, it's only the preseason, and this has been arguably the best race of the year. Think this is good. Wait until the regular season starts, and these boys are fighting for points. Hanrahan trying to get the run. He'll block car. Meanwhile, Aaron Stanton running in second. Elijah Fisher 3/10 of a second lead. Down the back straightaway. 15 laps to go. Hammerhand looking back to the bottom. He is under Stanton. Sails it into the bottom. Stan able to hold strong on the outside. Har in line. Jorno laying in, waiting in fifth. Aaron Stanton all over the back of Elijah Fisher. A replay of 2 weeks ago at Kansas, but a lot more action to it this time. Shane Har to the bottom of Aaron Stanton. Fisher to block. Elijah Fisher trying to become a two-time winner in the Inspired Racing League. Former champion of the McDonald's Racing League. 3-time champion to be exact. Shane Har has made the pass for second on Aaron Stanton. 13 to go this time. Har goes to the outside. Looks to the outside of Fisher. Shane Harr, heartbreaker, last week finishing second to Mike Hauser in Martinsville. Shane Harr to the lead. Here comes Aaron Stanton. He's going to dive to the bottom. Jordan Jorno is back into the mix. Brent Hammerhand battles Elijah Fisher for fourth. Aaron Stanton back to the lead. 12 to go this time from Michigan. Jordan Jorno looking to the bottom. Stanton with that good drive off. Sparks flying off the back of that 27. Good picture there. Shane Harr in the draft of Aaron Stanton. Here comes the run. That Klondike Toyota Camry trying to get there. Brent Hammerhand dives to the bottom. Blocked by Harr. Elijah Fisher slipped back to sixth. He was involved in the last cautions, restarted in the back, I believe, but A.J. Thompson has worked himself back up in the fourth. Shane Hard, Aaron Stanton for the lead. Jorno laying in wait in third like he has all race. Going to have to adjust the hood cam on Shane Harr, more of a roof cam than what it is anything else, but on board with Shane Harr now, getting freight trained on the bottom. Look ahead, similar to what it was early in the race. Aaron Stanton, Jordan Jorno, 1 and 2. When they were able to build about a 5-second lead on the field before the caution. Shane Harr coming back to the bottom. He is clear. You're going right backwards. Look at the AJ. Look at the bumper all over the back of Shane Harr. A.J. Thompson in the mix. 6 cars in contention to win. Aaron Stanton, 9 to go, trying to seal the deal. Thompson to the bottom of Harr, trying to take third. Outside line just too dominant with the run off the corner. Hammerhand and Fisher laying in wait. 5th and 6. Got to say safe for Jorno. Is he content to ride? Finish second. My guess is no. He ain't going to have an option right now. Shane Harr to the bottom. Harr back in line. 8 to go for Michigan. And it's Aaron Stanton's race to lose. Hanrahan. Strong run has not been the best 2 weeks we're accustomed to seeing out of Brent Hanrahan. He's trying to rally and finish strong tonight. Single file for the moment. Don't know how long that's going to last. Coming to 7 to go this time for Michigan. Aaron Stanton now 0.2 of a second lead over Jordo, Harr, Fisher, Thompson, and Hanrahan. Harr all over the back of Jorno. Harr dives down to the inside of Jorno. Trying to take second again. Look at that. Look how close they are. Mere inches away. They're going to rocket down into turn 3. Right now, the gap still 0.2, but it's opened up about 0.03 of a second for Stanton, slowly pulling away right now. Nobody seems to be able to formulate a good run. Either that or somebody is saving and waiting. Meanwhile now, that gap showing right now 1/10 of a second. Don't know how accurate that is. Now it's saying 2/10. And all shut hose around! And with 5 laps to go, oh my. Heartbreaker again for Shane Hart this week in Michigan. In contention at Kansas 2 weeks ago. If very Shane Hart a little frustrated. Right, he should. Strong car tonight as he's had for 2 weeks. Second last week. Let's look back. On board. Just an accordion type of effect. You see that typically on the restrictor speed weights like Daytona in 3 weeks. This race tonight has sort of acted like a restrictor plate, so to speak. Now what happens when the 21 is getting pushed by the 4? The 4 does not know that the 21 is sucking up to the 84. Well, when the 21 gets to the 84 and the 4 of Elijah Fisher does not let off, the 21 of Shane Hart typically becomes the meat and the sandwiches. Something has to break. Something has to give. And typically, it's the car in the middle. One more look. Look how violent that is, though, going across that grass. We saw the 60 earlier in the race, having a harsh transition. Take one more look at it. This time from the gearbox. See, what you saw was Elijah Fisher all over the back bumper to 21. Got a good look at the radiator and stuff. Not much anybody can do. I mean, the 4 doesn't know that he's sucking up to the 84. It's just a racing deal. Waiting on race control's word. What to give. I do want to take one more look at this, but I want to take it from a different perspective. Folks, we're going to get a ride on board with Elijah Fisher right from the wheel. Well, we were. We still are. So let's watch how this works here. And obviously he knows that he's going to be pushing up on the 84. But right here, this is what I'm talking about. But like I was saying, the 4 probably don't know how close it is. Thing about it is, still calls it a wreck. The 4 will receive the EOL. Even though he doesn't know how close the 84 is, he's still pushing the 21 when the accordion effect happens. So, setting it up. Issues early. Issues early, issues late. It appears to have gone away for the 4 and for the 21. Green, white, checkered it is. Rules have changed in the last week. This is the one and only. Whoops. This is the one and only green, white, checkered attempt. Is it Aaron Stanton's day? Is it Jordan Jorno's day? AJ Thompson, Chris Lottis, Brent Hammerhand. We're going to find out. 2 to go. Lottis shoving already. Aaron Stanton. You see AJ Thompson trying to take second away for Jordan Jorno. He does. This is all Aaron Stanton wants to see. This is all he wants to see. This is the perfect view he has behind him. Jorno. Whoops. You see the 60. He is to the bottom. He wants second for lane. Here comes Hammerhand. 3 wide. 4 wide for second. Baiting, banging. White flag. Whatever happens now happens. 6 wide. Oh, my Lord. Oh, Hauser off the wall. Hauser saves it. Don't know how to about to wreck again. Nathan Johnson. Around the outside, wrecking behind. Big crash. No caution yet. Nathan Johnson out in front. Aaron Stanton. Tommy Limley. Off of turn 4. Started from the pole, rode the rails, got back to the front. Nathan Johnson wins in Michigan. Oh, my Lord. What a race. What a race. Oh, my Lord. Nathan Johnson, you are a winner in the Inspired Racing League. The 5, the 28, and the 27 will need to report to race control for post-race interviews. Nathan Johnson burning it down in Michigan. .28 doing donuts as well. What a run by a 28. And Nate is burning it down like never before. Unofficial results. Nathan Johnson the winner. Tommy Limley in second. Aaron Stanton third. AJ Thompson fourth. Chris Lotta in sixth. Jordan Jorno in sixth. The 65th. Cade Cannon seventh. Travis Eccles eighth. Elijah Fisher ninth. And Shane Hard to round out the top 10. And before we go off of here, see if we can't get these jokers. That we can't get. The winner in the top 3 in here. There's 28. There's the 28. The race winner, Nathan Johnson. Here's 1 second here, boys. We're going to see if the 27 is going to join us. Give him a few minutes here. While we wait on him, being that the Discord doesn't really work with post-race interviews, I'll ask you the question. Y'all just going to hit the push to talk button that you would in iRacing. So pretty much, we're going to see if anybody can hear you. Nate, give us a little mic check.
Yep.
Be sure everybody watching can hear you.
Mic check. Yes, sir.
Just waiting on a comment here, just be sure it goes. Oh, y'all don't know how much of a show y'all put on. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Do you like my little tires? Don't pit for tires. Wait.
Saying it's quiet. One says quiet, one says no. That ain't good. Oh! Alright, my bad. No, I did wrong. Nate, try it one more time.
Mic check, mic check.
What about now? Y'all bear with me. I'm still getting used to this stuff. Y'all bear with me. Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, I'm going to proceed with the interviews. Unfortunately, the 27 of Aaron Stanton cannot join us at the moment, so we're gonna move.
So am I doing my interview through Discord or through?
No, you're doing it through push to talk so they can hear you. I'm just asking you the question through Discord, but your answer is going through push to talk. Nathan Johnson. Nate, as I've called you for a long time, started on pole, fell back a little bit. With that wreck with the 18, a lot of us thought you were done. Why the call to stay out? Was it just for track position? Or were you out of tire? What was the reason to stay out here?
Oh no, we weren't. We still had a set. Realized it was probably too early. Half the team split up, took tires, took the fuel, and myself and the newbie on the team, Tommy, decided we were going to stay out and wait for and hope for a late race caution. So we got it, and then green white checkered, and we just full throttle on the outside and walked around everybody.
About to say where, cause I didn't. Coming to the restart, you're 6th or 7th, I believe. What I saw in the relative out of nowhere, looks like the 27's got it wrapped up. How'd you make the car stick? Pretty much is my question. Being you had an extra set, you're on older tires compared to everybody else. Is where did the grip come from to make that move off of turn 2 that got you right here?
Oh no, we had the extra set of tires. We saved it when we didn't pit. So I just put them on the green white checkered and let her eat.
Oh, so you did take a pit stop. Real fast, Nate. I know it's a little late for everybody here. Who do you want to thank real fast?
I just want to thank Team Toyota, my family, and the man up above.
Going in, does this give you any extra? This give you a boost in confidence, so to speak, with the next 2 weeks being Road America in Darlington, and then ultimately the race everybody's waiting for, the Inspired 100 from Daytona on February 24th, I believe. Does this give you a little pep in your step going the way?
Oh, this is a a massive boost of hope. Not looking forward to Road America. Darlington, we'll see how we do there, and then who's not ready for the 500? I mean, come on.
All right, Nathan Johnson, congratulations on your win. You're a first-time winner in the Inspired Racing League. Go celebrate. You earned it tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
No problem. And now, second place finisher. I'm going to try to pronounce it right. Just correct me if I do. But Tommy Limley? Limley. Yeah. I apologize. I ain't the best with names yet. It's a slow transition. But first night here. Qualifying didn't look the best. But overall, what a showing from you tonight. Just where did you come from in the final few laps to get that win? Or to get second, I should say.
Oh, yeah, kind of like what Nate said. Waited, got the lucky caution, got the fresh rubber, and kind of just a hope and a prayer to get through all the traffic. And, yeah, I mean, heck of a debut. First laps I turned on this car was in qualifying, and didn't even realize, probably a rookie mistake, that I had one qualifying lap, so I ran the high side to get the momentum for the second lap, and didn't even realize it till after that I made a mistake and started in the back, kind of saved, heck of a teammates with Nathan, and I know Shane got caught up in the late race caution that kind of ruined his night, but it was, all around good night. I was surprised. That 5 wide or 6 wide we had on the front stretch in the last lap was kind of showed all the talent that these guys have. Ran clean most of the night, had a couple of hiccups, but besides that, as close as we were, I thought it was a heck of a show.
Indeed it was. Indeed it was. I'm going to ask you the same question that I just asked Nate. Obviously, there's 2 races left in the preseason before business starts to pick up with the Inspired 100, the Daytona 500, or what you want to call it. Either way, it's Daytona. It's a huge deal. Does this second place run give you confidence heading into Daytona, or is it still a learning process with this car?
Yeah, it's still going to be heck, it gives me all the confidence, but it's still going to be a learning experience. And next week being a road course, considering I'm basically going to be debuting again because I have not turned one lap on a road course. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the Inspired 100. Hopefully we can keep the car clean next week and come away with a solid finish.
Real fast, Tommy, who do you want to thank tonight?
I want to thank everybody that puts this league on. For it being my first night, I was highly impressed with the professionality of it. And thank my good friend Cameron that got me in it and kind of gave me some pointers on the car. But also Nathan and Shane kind of helped me walk through the race tonight, put us on some good strategy. And really just want to thank every single one of y'all for putting on a good race tonight.
All right, Tommy, we appreciate you coming out tonight. Heck of a debut. Congratulations. I know you wanted it one spot more. Who doesn't? But we look forward to seeing you in the future. We hope to see you contending for the Inspired 100 and many more races to go.
Yes, sir, Lil Win. I'll be here. Roll Tide.
All right, buddy. Have a good night. Congratulations again.
You too, sir. Thank y'all.
I know the Raging Idiot Racing Network has more races they need to host and whatnot. I won't take up as much TV time as I can get. I just want to re-look at this wreck on the last lap. Elijah Fisher getting involved in it. Lord have mercy. Cade Cannon got loose. He gets into the 95. Shane Harr back there. We're right on board with him one time. See the 9 get into the 95 back there hard, trying to gather. He got hit from behind. He goes around the 15. What is the 15? What would you do for a Klondike bar? Tell you what I wouldn't do to get involved in a wreck. But let's go back one more time. I'm going to go back to Mike Hauser. This might be a new screensaver. I mean, let's look at this here. Starts off 4 wide. There's 4 wide. At some point, we're going to go 6 wide. Right there. Let's work some magic here. See what I can do. Lord have mercy. Right there. That's what I want. Right there. I think this pretty much sums up the race here tonight. Look at that. 5 wide. And for a brief moment, I'm sure everybody thought it was Aaron Stanton's. See Hauser getting loose. Well, I kind of messed it up. But at the end of the day, there's 28. Celebrating his second place run. But at the end of the day, I'm going to try to end this broadcast on a good note. Try to get a good view. It was Nathan Johnson outlasting everybody, outlasting the melee on the last lap to take race 3 of preseason from Michigan. With that being said, I'm Garrett Jenkins. This is the Raging Idiot Racing Network. This is the Inspired Racing League, putting on one of the best races you'll ever see in this generation or the next. Tune in next Monday, Road America Road Course Racing at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Central, right here on the Raging Idiot Racing Network.